The
And
11th.
she replies, "Thrice have you asked, and thrice do I reply yes. I will gladly search through the fairy kingdom for news of your sister, and I will bear unto you any news. And if I see you not again, then I will bear news to your companions, in hopes that they may succeed and recover your sister."
Thank you, fair maiden.
So on the fourth day, um, Sir Ronald awakens, rubbing the sand out of his eyes. You're pretty parched, Sir Ronald, and you plunge your head into the stream to drink freely of the clear waters. And what's the name of this other young knight, this brash 21-year-old who's joined you?
Not sure yet.
It's
I think I've
totally
got all.
it's totally Gallery Onahan William the second.
No relation to my former character, or related to my former character.
Up to you. You can be like a younger brother if you'd like.
Yes, we will
Or
do
a
younger
cousin.
brother.
Something. Yep. Okay, younger brother.
We'll do younger brother. Oh, I know exactly what we're gonna do. Give me like 2 seconds to look this up.
Yeah, no problem. So, as you awaken, Sir Ronald, the fairy maiden comes over to you, and she says, "Let's see. Ooh, I'm gonna generate a quick name." She says, "Good Sir Knight, while you have been sleeping under the effects of my cooking, your good friends have gone out and hunted down the white hind. And see here," and she's holding in her hands. She's already been spinning these threads in her hands, and she's actually like, the hairs on the tail of a deer are pretty short and bristly, and she's managed to spin them into a long spool of pure white thread. And so she's got this like silken, silvery looking thread in her hands. And she says, "Your friends have managed to capture and slay a white hind and have returned to me 3 hairs from its tail. And I will now weave a cloth that I can use to wash off this mark of iron. And after such, I will be free to be courted." And she entreats you to come back and like meet her again on the full moon, every full moon for the next couple of months, to observe the progress and to ply your case to this beautiful woman.
And I do so.
Okay. My name is Philip. Philip Daly Gallery.
Philip Daly Gallery?
Daly.
Wonderful, Sir Philip. And how do you feel about the loss of your older brother?
I'm not too happy about it. And if I weren't so politically motivated, I would seek revenge. But I think he will probably get vengeance through back doors.
Yep. Incidentally, Sir Ronald, the young woman tells you that her name is Briallen.
I also tell Sir Ronald, I believe that I have played matchmaker in helping you, and I want to be a part of your wedding should that day actually come.
And you shall, and I hold him, kind of like shake him a little bit. Manly shake.
Manly shakes. So common among men.
Common among men and knights. The
That's
manliest
absolutely the way
shakes
men
you've ever
act.
seen.
All right, fine. We giggle and do a little dance. You're getting married.
Good. All right, so Sir Philip, what are you known for amongst the lands?
My 18 appearance, my long red hair in a braid and freckles.
Long red hair.
What's your dex?
15.
So good. How about your traits? Do you have any surprisingly strong traits?
Prudent. High prudence, low recklessness.
How appropriate. Wonderful. All right, yes. Sir Philip is known throughout the lands as being prudent. How much glory do you have, Sir Philip?
I don't know. I have the 10 that you just gave me for eating too much food.
Yes, and then you have 66 plus 150 plus 1,000. So 66 plus 1150.
Plus 1150. What's the 1150 from?
1,000 from being knighted, 150 from, your just base glory.
Okay, cool. Sweet. So then I have 1226.
Cool.
How could he
And
have
I am a knight
more
then.
than us three?
Sorry?
That he has more glory than the other three knights combined?
You shouldn't, because you started with 66 plus 150.
We all have 1194 or around there.
I have
right now.
1196.
I had 1321 on my character before I died.
Was there maybe something that got added after I left?
We did the Squired, we did Father's Glory, we did the Bear Hunt, then we did the Jump as well as being knighted, and that was only 1,010.
Let me double check. So hang on. The jump
What?
as well as being knighted is 1,010, and then you should get at character creation you get 66 plus 150. So if he rolled really well, then that could be why he's higher.
I don't know where this 66.
Oh, 66. I just wrote 66. There we go.
6 die 6.
There
So
we
you have
go.
to
That's
roll.
we rolled for that. I remember that week
We did?
because you rolled the best
Yes.
on it. That's why you had the most glory.
Oh, I had 23.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So Philip Daily Gallery got 19. So that's 169 glory plus
Yes, I'm
1,000.
1179. So I've got 10, the 19 I just rolled, and 1,150.
It should,
Yes.
and it should calculate all that in the top right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you're at 1179. What are you at, Quinn?
I'm at 1196.
Sir Quinn. It's 1196. Sir Emrys?
1194.
I'm also going to roll for my hatred of Saxons.
Awesome.
6. I do
Nah,
not like the Saxons.
your family just doesn't really mind the Saxons for some strange reason.
We love our enemies. They give us something to do.
Sir Ronald, what is your glory?
My glory says 177. But
Well, it's got to be 1,177.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's probably what it's supposed to be. That's weird.
She failed the jump though, so she just got 1,000 for that instead of
Yeah.
1,010.
Yeah. Down a little bit by failing the jump. Brutal.
That jump.
That jump.
Very
Okay,
go.
cool.
There's my character sheet.
Awesome. Thank you kindly. Yeah, good.
Yes, he's heavily politically motivated.
Awesome. Do you have any really high political skills?
I have 15 courtesy, heraldry, intrigue, and orate.
Damn.
I just maxed those out and didn't put anything anywhere else.
Nice.
Even my combat is suffering. I only have 15 in sword.
All
Everything
right,
else
so
is dead.
Neal, here's the plan. Since you're gonna suck in fighting, you're gonna stand behind me and make sure that I don't fall when I fail my dex check. Just put your hands
my
on
hands on your back.
yeah.
Yeah.
And push me forward, and we're good. We'll never lose.
As long as you put in good word for me at court, we can make this a deal.
Okay, done.
All right. So the four of you set off here on the fourth day, and it takes you 5 more days to reach Castle Terrabil. And at the foot of Castle Terrabil, you see the entire army of King Uther assembled. King Uther and Prince Madoc stride around the encampment, rallying troops and putting in a good word with various dukes and nobles. By the time you've arrived, actually all of Earl Roderick's forces are there, and he looks at you askance as you come up, and he says, it seems as though you have taken longer than expected. Did you perhaps lose your way? And he turns to Sir Quinn, and he says, Sir Quinn, what makest thou of this delay?
There were some folks in need of our assistance along the way, and we did lose a couple of days in the forest. However, we have brought some extra meat and some hides to share with the group that we found on our down days, and we apologize and hope that we can be of assistance, and nothing has begun yet.
Well, he says, you've missed nothing. We're simply sieging the castle. It's a long and boring process. I'm sure nothing will happen for the next 3 months at the least. At which time I expect King Uther to meet with the Duke Gorlois, and the two of them will hash everything out. And then we'll all go home and celebrate a good war victory.
Well,
Now-
we are well rested, so we are ready for your work.
That's very true.
Weren't we supposed to be a scouting party? Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah,
I just
we
want
were.
to make sure.
You scouted,
That's
you
why
found
they're
a
like,
fairy
why are you
maiden,
waiting?
and then everything went to pot.
Yeah. Okay. Noted.
So,
As do most
Yes.
things.
Earl Roderick sort of like he beckons a number of his favored knights over, and he begins dividing the smoked deer that you've brought with you, and all of the knights they clap you all on the back and they thank you for your contribution, and you feast pretty heavily. Let's
the
see
brochure,
here.
I'm telling you.
So King Uther is around, and at his side he keeps his advisors. And who would like to give me a recognized roll on that?
I have a 10.
10.
I don't recognize people with.
I would like to give you.
Okay,
I only have
give
a
us.
3.
Like you with the
There's no-
face. Come here.
There's no penalties, right?
Nope.
Oh, fucking
Nice.
nailed it.
Emrys, is that a crit?
No, I have a 3, but it's very close.
Ah, so close.
Maybe
Okay,
we
so
can
Quinn
Or
is the
Quinn.
more adept at recognizing.
Yeah.
So there's a man named Brastius. There's the young prince named Madoc, who directs all matters of war and state. There is a wizened old man in a blue robe with a long gray beard and a twinkle in his eyes, who, Quinn, you recognize as Merlin. He strides around behind King Uther, advising him on guidance, wisdom, and matters of magic. And then Sir Ulfius, who is Ulfius. He's the Duke of Silchester. He is King Uther's advisor for diplomatic information about what's happening outside of Logaris. So he is here advising King Uther on the terrain in Cornwall and how best to undermine the siege of Terrabil. Now, let's see. Do any of you want to try and approach any of these characters?
I approach Merlin and say, "It's funny, I have another name that represents you." I don't say that. And I didn't know that beforehand for anyone asking.
Is that true? You didn't know?
That is true.
I turn
funny.
to the three and say, "Behold, for a sight in which you may never see again. It is the wise wizard Merlin, one of the advisors to Uther."
I just go, ooh.
Sir Quinn, your Squire Blanche, he says, "Oh, Sir Quinn, could you tell us a tale about Sir Merlin?"
Sure.
Do you have an orate, Sir Quinn?
I have a poor orate 3.
Do you want to try?
I have. No, yeah, I will.
have orate, but I don't know if I'll be able to tell a tale.
I'm giving it a shot. Giving it a shot, baby. Bam!
All right.
Merlin,
I heard Merlin once took a shit and then ate it.
no.
What kind of a tale do you tell about Merlin, Sir Quinn? I mean, I don't even know if you know anything. It sounds like maybe you're making something up.
He once maybe had some tarot card. I think magic. I'm not sure. He's a powerful wizard. I failed. I don't know.
Yes. And Sir Ronald, do you want to?
Oh, this is gonna be bad. Sure.
You want to try an
I'll roll.
orate?
Got a 18,
18.
Ah, brutal.
but I failed too. I think mine's like a 10.
Yeah. All right. So neither
We
of
all
you
just
manage.
think we know stuff about
Yeah,
Merlin, but we really don't.
Each of you start escalating stories about Merlin, and sooner or later, sort of a crowd drifts away from you as it becomes clear neither of you know what you're talking about.
And he was 12 foot and had muscles. It was great.
I hear his prowess in battle is really awesome. So, in the evening, actually, give me an awareness roll. All of you give me an awareness.
All right.
Words.
Oops.
Oh, I crit.
10.
Super cool. Emrys. Okay. Emrys, you notice that Sir Merlin is riding away in the evening, and it almost looks like he passes twice. And you do it like a double take, and you take a second look, and you see the Duke of Cornwall riding behind Merlin on his heels.
Okay. I just keep that information to myself. They're not within earshot or anything, correct? They're far away.
No, they're not. This is like you're
Do any of
doing
us see it, or is it only because he critted?
It's only because he crit, but the rest of you do see Merlin leaving, except for maybe Philip. Philip might be. What's your awareness, Philip? Neal?
Sorry, I was reading the chat log that I missed. What was the question again?
What's your awareness?
My awareness is low. It's whatever
Okay.
the default is.
Yeah.
3, 5.
So Quinn and Ronald, both of you see Merlin leaving, but neither of you see anybody else with him. Emrys, you do see that there is a gentleman accompanying him who looks to be the spitting image of the Duke of Cornwall. Sir Emrys, would you check your awareness?
Sure. And if we're all together, I point that out to the others as well. I don't know if we're all separate or where we are at this point, but
I think you're probably all close by.
okay. I just point out and say, like, who is that second rider?
What do you three make of this? That Sir Emrys sees another rider behind Merlin. There's nobody there.
I can't see when he points that out. I can't see it.
No, there's Merlin riding alone across the fields.
Emrys?
I see no
What
one
joke
else
is
on
this?
Emrys. Who are you see? Who do you see?
I point directly at him. It's right there. I'm not going mad, am I?
Is this a joke? Are you jesting, sir?
Never. I've never made a joke about this, and I'm just pointing at it profusely.
Perhaps the fevers are with you. Go rest. Your mind is tainted.
I get really nervous and worried about myself, and instead of going to rest, I go to pray.
Do you are you trying to test your pious, or are you just making a prayer?
Yeah, I mean, I guess we could test my pious. Where is that? Is that a personality trait?
Yeah, it's just a trait. It's otherworldly on your character sheet.
Oh, okay, yeah.
It's actually
yeah.
pious.
Yeah. Let's do that. I have 17, so I successfully tested it.
Yeah, you go and you spend the night in prayer. I'd like to say that you receive a premonition. You see a vision of Our Lady. And she says to you, Emrys, the time has come for you to gird yourself with armor and sword. Have steel close at hand, for this night will be one to remember.
I immediately bow my head, say a word or two, make the sign of the cross, and immediately go to my armor and weapon.
Yeah, wonderful. So,
And I'll also alert the others after I have prepared all my equipment.
Nice. So, the rest of you, Sir Emrys comes to you and he says that he's seen a vision of the Lady Mary and that she's telling him to put on his armor. What do you make of this?
I say, put your armor on, good sir. It appears there is a message from your gods.
Sir Ronald, are you also putting your armor on?
Always put the armor on when I can.
Sir Ronald, would you test against your pious or otherworldly, which is a 10?
Ooh.
Ah, okay. Yeah, if you would like to put on your armor, Sir Ronald, you absolutely may.
I will.
You put
As-
enough
as
stock.
Saint-
You put enough stock in these religious visions that you think there's value to be had here.
I will as well.
I tell
Alright.
Emrys, I will do this with you. For if you have had visions, I see that this is the time.
Sir Quinn, would you also test your otherworldly pious?
5.
It's a pass,
Yeah.
is it not?
Yes, you can go ahead and put your armor on. Sir Philip, do you want to try and see how much stock you put
It's
in
time
these?
to see if Neal's going for the role play record of 2 characters in 1 show.
Mm,
He could
I
have
don't
one die
necessarily-
every week.
He doesn't necessarily
That would
believe me.
be-
That's true.
I don't
That
actually
makes sense.
believe him, but I want to put my armor on so that I don't, to not lose face. So I'm not like, oh, fuck you. Like, I want to do it as a show of support. Just like of course, I'm putting my armor on too. Everyone else has their armor on. Shit, I don't want to be the odd man out.
Do you want to test your prudent?
Sure.
All right, go ahead and roll against your prudent.
That should be easy, he says before he rolls a 20.
Very nice. Yeah, most prudently you don your armor and go to sleep with your sword at hand. It is night. The knights are in camp relaxing and carousing when a sentinel shouts. A moment later, a trumpet blares and is cut off halfway through the call to arms. At the far edges of the camp, several places, men shout, horses scream, and metal clashes against shield. It's a surprise attack, and the 4 of you leap to defense. Now you have
Before
already.
I pat him on the back and I'm like, "See, your visions were true."
Say thank you, friend.
Now, you 4 have already put on your armor, and many of the other knights around the field, a couple of the knights encamped close to you guys, all put on their armor as well. But most people just sort of brushed off Sir Emrys's visions as, the concerns of an overly pious knight. Sir Emrys, would you add yourself 10 glory and mark a check next to your pious?
Okay. Also, can I, since I have a 15 in battle, is there any way to lead the otherwise uncoordinated army that is currently being surprised by this attack?
You know what? Most of the warriors here are rallying to Sir Quinn, who they recognize slightly more than Sir Emrys.
Okay. I'll make my stance in the fight then. Don't worry about it.
Sir Quinn, or actually the 4 of you, do you want to get your horses, or do you want to rush into battle?
I always bring Gwen with me when applicable.
Okay.
I think being seen on horseback is more important for my political career than on foot. Makes me more visible around. I'm going to grab a horse.
Right on. Sir Quinn?
Same.
Yes. And Sir Emrys?
Is it seen as unknightly or anti-knightly to go on foot?
Not at all.
Okay. Being that it is a vision from God to me and not to me and my horse, then I make I make it on my foot and lead the charge if possible.
Yeah, awesome. So
I'm trying to basically rally everyone else that is not mounted and control that group.
Yeah, roll your battle skill.
Okay. Should just keep this freaking overlay up. Oh, fuck.
No good. So you're alone, but you managed to charge your way forwards. Let's see here. You run to the edge of battle, to the edge of the camp where Duke Gorlois' forces on horseback are just charging through the camp, laying waste left and right to the unprepared knights. Now, one of the knights comes charging towards you on horseback. He is lowering his lance. How do you proceed? What do you wish to do, sir?
As in, this is an enemy or this is a friendly that's mistaken?
This is an enemy charging you.
Oh, okay.
He's wearing the colors of the Duke of Cornwall.
I don't have my lance on me, right? Because I'm not mounted.
Nope. You've got your sword.
What?
Do you have any spears?
No. Well,
Okay.
I might, but it's not worth using them. I'm just on foot. What does my area look like? What does the area around me look like?
There's a scattered campfire nearby, a couple pitched tents. There's a couple of stands of weapons and armor. People are running left and right. It's dark. It's nighttime, but there are torches and campfires, and some of the tents are on fire, so you can see pretty clearly. The smoke is stinging your breath as some of these tents burn nearby. This knight who's charging you on horseback has a pretty clear shot in your direction.
I guess I just go to strike at the. Like I can't strike at the knight, right? I have to strike at the horse.
No, you can strike at the knight. You can strike at his legs, or try to get your sword up under his arm or something like that.
Yeah, that's what I'll do then. I'll try to strike
All right.
underneath his
So
arm.
roll your sword skill, but add a -5 to your skill.
Okay.
Ha. Okay. So he hits you square on. He's only riding a roundseat.
I don't even get to roll. Okay.
Oh shit! Wait, I thought you rolled a 17.
No.
Okay, roll please.
I still failed because a 15 minus 5 is 10. I roll a 12.
All right. So he hits you solidly with his lance, dealing you. Now lances break on an odd amount of damage. So you got no. You failed. Okay, so you take 4 damage.
Okay.
What's your dexterity?
Neal, what's my dex?
Your dexterity is not 15.
It is a 7.
Okay, that is harsh. Roll against your dexterity to see if you're knocked down.
Oh!
Oh, damn.
Nice.
Okay, you stay standing.
Nice.
You bastard. You don't know how lucky you are.
I would have gotten impaled.
He had-
Actually, I might get impaled now.
What, roughly like a 35% chance to succeed at that? I think so. So let me see here. We are in a battle. So, yes, now we are in melee.
And I'm sorry, I may admit, but do we actually see do we have a count of how many enemies there are?
Well, like this is an army versus an army.
Okay.
So there's like 500 or 600 people on your side. There's 400 or 500 people on the other side, maybe, and they're just charging and screaming. And there's fires burning everywhere, and there's wind blowing that's throwing ashes into the air. There are people running back and forth, quickly donning their armor. Squires helping their knights up onto horses. Now, the 3 of you who hopped on your horses.
Yes.
Sir Quinn, you're leading a charge of knights. Would you roll roll against your battle skill?
Yes, I will. Fucking crit!
Is that a crit?
Nice, dude.
Damn, dude, that's a
Yeah.
+5. Okay, roll 3d6 plus 5.
I get to check it too, right?
Yes.
3D.
Actually, no, wait. Roll 3d6.
3d6.
Yes.
12.
12. Okay, you end up engaging a squadron of armored guardsmen with great spears, and the battle could really go either way. It seems like they're really very fierce, and your knights are all very inflamed with passion, enraged at the nighttime attack that the cowardly Duke Gorlois has undergone here. JP, would you roll 3d6 as well?
What? Why am I brain? Okay.
You're
12.
a separate unit. Yeah, so you're engaged with like you're in a crowd of people who are engaged with these ordinary knights that you just took a lance charge from.
Mhm.
And likewise, your battle could go either way. It seems like nobody really is giving ground here.
Okay.
Yes, good. Okay, unit battle roll. JP, make a battle roll.
Okay. 2.
2, that's a success. You can either engage, remain disengaged, or withdraw to the rear. Do you want to engage the knight who you were just fighting?
Oh, totally.
Okay, and Quinn,
Yes.
you are mounted, so you can make a lance charge if you'd like, or you can engage, you can remain disengaged, you can withdraw to the rear, you can join a unit, or you can seek a special melee event.
Well, I wish to know more
Do
about
the quick time event. Do the quick time event.
melee event. What can you tell me more about this?
Yes, so the special event, you're like seeking someone notable in order to engage them with your knights. And you can end up only finding normal targets. You can gain an advantageous assault against normal targets. You can encounter an enemy hero or a noble.
I think we would like to do that.
You got to press
Oh,
B as
right.
fast as you can, and then you'll take them out. Let's do it.
Yes. Yeah, this sounds good.
So why don't we take a 3-minute break?
Okay.
And when we come back, we'll find out what kind of opponent Quinn has managed to lead his knights against.
Perfect. This is the end of hour 2. Still got one more hour to go. Thank you all for joining us. We will see you guys after the break.